The distress call from Colony Kepler 442b was desperate. Governor ZYX Theta's mandibles clicked frantically as her image flickered on the Galactic Council's emergency channel. The Ravager swarms have evolved. Our defenses are failing. Military casualties at 90%. We need immediate assistance or the colony is lost. Please, anyone. The council chamber erupted in debate. The Vortak delegates immediately began calculating evacuation logistics. The melody suggested diplomatic contact with the Ravagers. The Threxians proposed orbital bombardment of the entire continent. Admiral Chen of Earth's delegation stood. We'll send help. Your military is weeks away, Council President Kor noted. The colony has perhaps 3 days. Not military, Chen said. Specialists. 48 hours later, a single human dropship pierced Kepler 442b's atmosphere. No escort, no support fleet, just one battered cargo vessel with faded lettering on its hull. Brisbane Pest Control. Governor ZYX Theta met them at the landing pad, her compound eyes reflecting disbelief. 3 humans emerged, not soldiers but civilians in worn coveralls. They carried no plasma rifles or combat armor, just equipment cases and what appeared to be camping gear. I'm Steve, said their leader, a weathered man with sun-damaged skin. This is my wife Sheila and our son Jake. Heard you've got a bit of a pest problem. Pest? Problem? ZYX Theta's translator struggled. The Ravagers are apex predators. They've killed thousands. Sheila squinted at the horizon where smoke columns marked the Ravager advance. Big ones, are they? How big we talking? 3 meters tall. Armored carapaces. Neurotoxic venom. They hunt in coordinated packs of... Sounds like Thursday back home, Jake interrupted, unpacking what looked like a modified cattle prod. Remember those cassowaries that went feral near Darwin, Dad? Steve chuckled. Those were nasty. But this looks more like the crocodile situation in 45. Sheila, you bring the frequency emitters. The governor watched in horror as the humans laid out their equipment. No military-grade weapons. Instead, nets, poles with loops on the end, speakers, barrels of something that smelled awful, and boxes labeled, caution. Snakes. You're not soldiers, she said weakly. Nah, Steve agreed. We're Australians. The Ravager swarm hit the colony's outskirts at dawn. The evacuation sirens wailed as the few remaining defenders prepared for their last stand. The humans were nowhere to be seen. Then the music started. AC/DC's Thunderstruck blared from speakers positioned throughout the city at volumes that made windows vibrate. The Ravagers, with their hypersensitive auditory organs, recoiled in confusion. That's our cue, Steve said, emerging from a drainage tunnel. Jake, you got the bait ready? Jake held up a barrel of the foul-smelling substance. Mixed it with pheromones from their own dead. They'll hate this. The humans moved like they'd done this 1,000 times before. Sheila used the frequency emitters to herd confused Ravagers into predetermined zones. Jake splashed the repellent mixture, creating no-go areas that funneled the swarm. And Steve walked straight up to the pack leaders with nothing but a pole with a loop on it. Easy there, big fella, he crooned to a Ravager alpha, slipping the loop around its neck as it reared back in confusion. Just gonna relocate you somewhere nice. No need for all this fuss. The governor's security feed showed the impossible. 3 humans systematically dismantling an invasion force not through violence, but through experience with worse. The thing about apex predators, Sheila explained, casually zip-tying a stunned Ravager's legs, is they're not used to being prey. Confuse them a bit, and they don't know what to do. By midday, the invasion was over. The humans had corralled the entire swarm into the colony's abandoned mining quarry, where Jake was tossing in what he called tucker. Apparently, the Ravagers quite enjoyed earth cattle feed mixed with sedatives. They're not evil, Steve explained to the stunned colonists. Just hungry and territorial. This quarry's perfect for him. Natural barriers, plenty of space. Chuck some food in regular and they'll stay put. Maybe even domesticate over time. You defeated them without killing a single one, Governor ZYX Data said in awe. Well, yeah, Sheila said. Killing's easy. Catching and relocating? That takes skill. The colony's report to the Galactic Council required a new classification system. Earth military. Extremely dangerous. Earth civilians. Apocalyptically dangerous. Australians. Do not engage under any circumstances. The addendum, added after Jake was seen hand-feeding a Ravager pup, read, species that considers apex predators a bit of a nuisance should be approached with extreme caution. Or job offers. Steve's invoice listed the service as standard pest control, off-world rates apply. The governor paid without question and made a note to keep Brisbane pest control on speed dial. After all, it was still a death world. Who knew what might need relocating next week?